Ooh, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I'm bringing you guys another episode of our Road to Regionals series here for Hartford, Connecticut, where we play on the online VGC ladder, rank up in Battlespot, and ultimately compete in Hartford, Connecticut at a Regionals for VGC 2018. If you missed the last episode, I had world champion from last year, Wolf Glick, on the episode. We talked about his team for Worlds, where he finished top 16, and we had a really fun episode, so hopefully you guys will check that out. But I have an awesome guest for us today, guys, so show some love with that like button down below, and definitely make sure you guys subscribe if you're new. We have Sam Pandelis here, who came in second place at Worlds just a few weeks ago. He has a top 16 at Worlds from last year, and he's won 3 regionals, so just absolutely impressive. I highly encourage you guys to check out his Twitter link in the description below. Drop him a follow. He might be creating some content pretty soon. But we've got his second place World Championship team loaded up, ready to rock and roll, and we've got him on the phone. What's going on, Sam? How you doing, man?
Not bad, man. How you going?
I'm doing awesome, man, and I gotta say congratulations first of all for not only placing top 16 in another Worlds back-to-back, which is incredible, but to come in second place was absolutely insane, and you had a really awesome team to do it too.
Yeah, I had a really great time at Worlds. Like, I met a bunch of great people, had fun, and used a bunch of Pokemon I like, and I thought the team was really nice and a bit unique, so I'm glad to do really well with it.
Yeah, that's a great, that's good that you said you had a lot of fun. I think that's super important. One of the things that I thought was really cool about your team was you seem to kind of make a lot of switches to what a lot of people are doing. Specifically that Ninetales set I found was super duper unique. You took a totally different approach to your Ninetales. Instead of running a Focus Sash, I believe you ran the Light Clay to really benefit from those 8 turns of Aurora Veil, and you opted to go with Icy Wind instead of Blizzard, so you went for a more defensive set on your Ninetales. And not only that, but you added Disable. Can you give a little bit of thoughts on kind of what went into that Ninetales decision making?
Fair enough. Yeah, I think the Ninetales was probably my favorite member of the team. Basically, starting with the Ninetales, the EV spread has pretty much no special attack. It's just fully invested in bulk, and the moves were just Icy Wind, Roar, Disable, and Aurora Veil. So basically, the point of the Ninetales was to set up Aurora Veil and to take any hit pretty nicely with all the bulk to make sure you get Aurora Veil up. Icy Wind was used for speed control because basically the entire team is a bunch of mid-speed tier Pokemon. You got Adamant, Garchomp, Xurkitree, Tapu Lele, Arcanine. They're not Pokemon known for being excessively fast, but not too slow. So if you can control the speed with Icy Wind or something, then you'll pretty much outspeed everything. The thing with Disable, which was really nice, is let's just say you had it next to Xurkitree or Garchomp, for example. You just disable the move that prevents you from setting up. It might be a Specs Finny or something. So if you disable their Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam or so, you just get a free setup move and they have to switch out. Something like that, for example.
Yeah, and it seemed like your team was very setup friendly. You had that, obviously, those 8 turns of Aurora Veil, and that Light Clay made such a huge difference, but I believe you brought Swords Dance Garchomp. You had the Tail Glow Xurkitree, and I'm pretty sure it's a Calm Mind Tapu Lele. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so 3 huge setup mons, all of them known for their just offensive prowess. Obviously, Xurkitree just hitting incredibly hard with that insane special attack, Garchomp being a staple in the format, and then Lele can really break down so many things. So just a really cool team, and it was awesome to see so many setup Pokemon in VGC. I think normally you might see one on a team, like a SD Chomp or something like that, but the fact that you loaded up this team with 3 Pokemon that can really set up, that complemented that Ninetales, I thought was really impressive, and I think, I'm sure you would agree that that was definitely a big part of you getting to, the final too.
Yeah, Aurora Veil going for 8 turns was definitely the most instrumental part of the team. The thing about this team, it doesn't have a Celesteal, a Tapu Bulu. It's not meant to draw games on, you know what I mean? So generally the game would probably finish within 8 to 10 turns, so having Aurora Veil for pretty much the whole game is really nice.
Yeah, and I do want to bring up, it was kind of crazy that we saw that Brick Break Marowak there in the championship. Something that I hadn't even really come across at any point in time. I'm not sure if that was something that you were familiar with, but kind of what was your thought process when you saw that Brick Break come out? Because that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I knew it learned it, and obviously before the finals we knew everything about each other's teams because they got posted on Pokemon.com the night before. I was a bit worried about it, obviously, because going to the finals I didn't really have the best matchup, needless to say, because Marowak kind of does a bit of a number on my team. But yeah, obviously when the Brick Break came out, it just pretty huge hurt on my Ninetales, and wasn't able to do much to get around it, I suppose.
Yeah, second place though, man, that is still incredibly impressive and just shows to how great of a VGC player you are. Again, I always think it's so incredible when you see people like yourself with just such consistent accomplishments, 3 regional wins, world top 16 worlds last year, and then coming back this year with a vengeance, coming in second place. Do you plan on competing in the 2018 scene, and what's your goal for that?
Oh yeah, for sure. And honestly, my goal is just to cut worlds again. I want to go back to back to back. I mean, when it came to 2017, I think there was only 3 players that made the back-to-back top cut. I think it was me, Wolf, and Wonseok Zhang. He goes as Croc Croc. I think he got top 16 twice. But yeah, obviously, like you look at Wolf, for example. If I'm going to be as consistent as him, I'll be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, for sure. And I do have one other question for everyone watching. Sam, if you could give, kind of your basic tips or your #1 tip or whatever it may be to someone looking to get into VGC, or maybe the average VGC player like myself or below average maybe, what would that tip be to improve or to take your game up to the next level, to get to kind of the level that you've gotten? What would be kind of your tips and maybe tricks to kind of help people kind of push along and see some more results?
I mean, honestly, if you're looking to get into the scene, the best part of the scene is honestly just going to an event just to spend time with friends and having a good time. I mean, honestly, the main reason I play VGC is just to honestly have a good time and have fun with friends. Generally, like, if you're looking to improve and like improve your team and stuff like that, talk about it with friends, practice on Showdown a bit. You don't need to practice too much, but I think mindset is very important in VGC, like more so than like skill and stuff like that. If you go into a tournament with a good attitude and you're happy and stuff like that, you'll generally see results. Like, don't take it too seriously.
I think that's important, and I think that's a good point. Like, just having a good time, and I think back to my one regional experience in St. Louis, and I just tried to have a good time. I was just joking with my opponents. We were laughing. If I lost, I was just joking with them and having a good time, and really that's what it was about. So I think if you kind of take it with that approach, then the results will kind of come as well. So that's great advice, man. But I think it's time we jump into a few battles, guys. So I've got his World Championship team right here, ready, rocked, and loaded. I'll put the QR code in the link in the description below so you guys can try out the team yourself if you want to hop on Battlespot. So let me get scanned up here, and we'll jump into a few matches, guys. All right, guys, we're back, and we got his team all loaded up. The Garchomp, which is Groundium Z, if I'm not mistaken. We've got the Ninetales with Light Clay. We've got offensive Arcanine with, I'm assuming, Flare Blitz, Wild Charge. Is that correct?
It's Flare Blitz, Protect, Helping Hand.
The Helping Hand set. Yeah,
Bulldoze.
actually, I can pull it up. Oh, you got the Bulldoze. Okay, cool. For more speed control to kind of complement the Ninetales there.
Yeah, that's right. So like, you got Bulldoze and ICU in for speed control.
Nice. We got the Mandibuzz, which also gives some speed control with Taunt, Tailwind, and you have Taunt, Roost, and Foul Play. Then we've got the Aya Papa Berry, Xurkitree, Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam, Tail Glow, Protect, and then the Calm Mind Lele with Moonblast and Psy Shock. So let's jump into the first match here. Do you have like a dedicated lead for this team, or is it more matchup based?
It is pretty matchup based, but my favorite tends to be Lele Xurkitree.
Okay. And why is that?
Ninetales Xurkitree.
Yeah, Ninetales Xurkitree.
That's my favorite.
So you just get that tail glow up right away, and nothing can really stop that, and then you're able to kind of Icy Wind for speed control.
Yeah, and start disabling stuff. I generally just feel pretty comfortable with that lead. Although it is team dependent, like if I see like some Pokemon I don't think match up well to that, then I might not lead that. But I guess we'll just see what happens.
All right, let's see if we can get our first match. But yeah, that Xurkitree, man, very scary. Obviously having just an insane special attack stat, getting that tail glow, boosting its special attack 3 stages, which is crazy. I think it's the only boosting move in the game that will boost that high. Tail glow, obviously exclusive to Xurkitree and Manaphy. Hopefully one day Ampharos and I guess Volbeat gets it too, but
yeah, Volbeat gets it.
Hopefully Ampharos gets it.
I used to play singles. I used to Volbeat with tail glow, Baton Pass.
Yeah, that's it, man. And that's a fun set too, because it gets some cool utility moves like Thunder Wave, and it can be kind of cool. Encore, exactly. Yeah. So and then you've got this.
It's real nice.
Yeah, you got this Groundium Z Garchomp with Earthquake, Rock Slide, SD, Protect. Looks like we got our first match here, facing Zatian in Indiana. So let's see what he's got. He's got a double duck team with Serena, Metagross, Coco, Garchomp. I faced this team actually in yesterday's episode.
This is Baridori's team, but it's his nationals team.
All right, so obviously leading Ninetales probably isn't going to be the best bet here. So,
Yeah,
what
I
would you
think
do in this
Ninetales in the
situation?
back is probably the best. I think honestly for this guy's team, Lele Mandibuzz is pretty nice because you want to be like you want to take account to the Metagross.
Yep, and then what would you have Ninetales in the back,
problematic.
and then what else would you bring?
Yeah, Ninetales in the back.
Maybe Garchomp?
Thinking of the matchup, I probably like Xurkitree in the back. Honestly,
Okay.
it's not too bad. Either Xurkitree or Garchomp.
I'll go with Xurkitree. We
because
we could showcase that tail glow.
Yeah, Xurkitree could work nice in the tail glow. Arcanine's obviously awful in this matchup, so I wouldn't even consider that. I'd either go to Xurkitree or the Garchomp. I mean, Garchomp is the Z-move user, but Xurkitree can take advantage of stuff like the electric train, but then you are worried about the Garchomp, which is a bit, yeah. I think I'll just go Xurkitree.
Yeah, we've got a Ninetales on top with Lele to hopefully kind of handle the Garchomp. So we'll see what he ends up bringing. But so you said that this was whose team? Because I definitely faced this yesterday.
Yeah, this is actually the world champions team. Guy
okay.
beat me, but it's his nationals team.
That makes sense then. Okay, so interesting to see this arena there to stop the priority from Pokemon like Arcanine and stuff like that. That kind of messed us up.
Yeah.
But he's going to lead Metagross Golduck actually, so maybe fearing us with the Ninetales here. This actually isn't too bad of a matchup. I would imagine. I'm assuming you have the Psychic Seed, so that's going to help out our Mandibuzz. And I'm thinking that normally you'd probably set up a Tail Glow here, and then maybe, not a Tail Glow, I'm sorry, a Tailwind, and then maybe fire off. You got to be kind of careful of that Metagross.
Thing I have to be considerate about the Metagross can just go straight up for a Medium Mash Shot, which is like really scary. The safest bet here might be to, I think you definitely want to get damage on that Metagross, but like Foul Play will probably proc the weakness policy, which is kind of troubling. It could be best to maybe just Foul Play and Protect.
Okay, we'll
I
go
reckon
for
that would be the safest bet.
All right, we'll give that a try.
Guy, he has a Coco in the back, so like, he could possibly switch in Bullet Punch next turn.
All right, so we'll give this a try. We'll go for the Protect. He does go for the Bullet Punch into. Where would he? That was kind of interesting, but
goes for Bullet Punch in Psychic Terrain. Maybe he's not aware of the terrain change. So we get the Foul Play off here. This should proc a weakness policy.
It doesn't. It doesn't. So.
It doesn't. I do forget what he said is. Not gonna lie. In this spot, I think maybe it's best to just see if you can finish off the Metagross with Foul Play and set up a Calm Mind. You're not really worried about what the Golduck's doing right now. And if he switches in the Pelipper, you have Ninetales to switch in.
Yeah, to kind of control the weather. So we'll go for that. We'll try to take out the Metagross, which in turn could also break a Focus Sash if he decides to bring in that Pelipper or something like that. We do have terrain control, so he can't really Bullet Punch us, which he kind of made that mistake. You know, I'm very low laddered. We just started the series again, so you never know what you're gonna run into.
Fun fact with the Tapu Lele, the EV spread lets it survive Hydro Vortex outside the weather. So when you can switch in your Ninetales in the rain, you can survive Hydro Vortex, get your Berry proc with the Wiki Berry, and then after that you can get a Calm Mind up, so then you can't really do much.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
Nice.
Cool to note. So he does target down the Lele there with a Hydro Pump and does connect it. We're going to be able to get a Calm Mind up, though, which is pretty sweet. That'll help us take on those hits from the Golduck. And then Foul Play will go into the Serena set, which is probably not going to do a crazy amount, but it's actually going to do over half. Wow. Much. It did over half, so...
Oh, wow. That's actually quite a lot. In this spot, I think it's best just to play it safe. I mean, if you look at what he's got in the field, I think the Serena has Fighting EMC. And he has Trop Kick, so he can probably like take out the Lele here, but you do have that Berry, which is gonna make you survive any attack. So you can simply just Tailwind here and Slash Shock the Golduck, and that should pick up the KO on the Golduck, and you'll also get your Berry proc should he decide to attack into the Lele with any Pokemon.
All right, so making some predictions here. Fightinium Z, you were right on that. So what's the fighting move that it gets? Oh, High Jump Kick, right? So
that's right.
All right, so
we'll be going into the Mandibuzz, but it shouldn't be enough to pick up a knockout.
All right, we'll take a look here. All out pummeling coming in. Who is he going to target down? Looks like he is going to focus down that Mandibuzz. Will it be enough? Let's see here. You know your calcs better than I do, so let's take a look. No, not even close. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. And he actually misses the Hydro Pump, which would have just popped the berry anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So the good thing about this team, it does account for stuff like that.
Sweet, so nice side shock there. We get our tailwind up, and that's going to put us in a commanding position. Obviously being faster than the Metagross coming in. This arena is now slower than everything, well, at least on the field, and Mandibuzz Lele just proves why it's such a good lead. Is there a specific reason why you decided to go maybe Mandibuzz instead of the Dripblim? Like, I have nightmares over still.
Basically, coming into the World Championships, the main thing you had to account for was the big surge in Mence Metagross, Salamence Metagross. And Lele Mandibuzz was just a really good call just to counter that specific archetype.
I was gonna foul play Serena because we saw it did over half, and then Moonblast the Garchomp.
Essentially, yeah, you can just foul play the Serena and Moonblast the Garchomp, and then he can't really do anything about that.
Yeah. He's gonna actually be Choice Scarf Garchomp though and go for a Poison Jab, but we live in. We get Poison though, but the Burial Pop, so that's gonna put us in a situation where I don't think we could lose this one. But I'm sorry, I kind of missed that. You said you went with Mandibuzz because of the surge of what?
Of Salamence and Metagross, specifically Metagross, and so that was the Pokemon I was looking to counter going into the World Championships.
Yes, and foul play definitely helps with that option for sure. Although you do get some options out of Drifblim with like Shadow Ball and stuff like that, potentially Will-O-Wisp, maybe burning things. But Mandibuzz is just so bulky. It seems like it's impossible to take down at times. Yeah, very, very bulky. So we saw that Choice Scarf Garchomp. That's the only way he would have been able to outspeed Tapu Lele, which even I'm surprised. So you have a bulky Lele then, right? Because you must not have a ton of speed.
It actually has over 200 EVs in defense.
Okay, well that explains living that Poison Jab then.
Yeah, so I wasn't too worried about it.
So here, his only play is to Bullet Punch, which obviously doesn't work in Psychic Terrain, so Moonblast will come off after +1 Moonblast. Yeah, that'll just do it. So nice little easy win there, man. I'll take that one. We'll move to 2-1 here on our new Road to Regional series with Sam helping us out. But I think we have time definitely for at least one more game. I'd like to see that Ninetales get some action, hopefully, and maybe get that Xurkitree to Tail Glow. That'll be pretty sweet. So
yeah, we'll see if we can bring it next game.
Yeah, let's try to jump into one more here if we can get it to connect relatively quickly here. Let's see. Good old Battlespot. I don't know when they what are your kind of hopes for VGC 2018? Like, are you hoping, like, my question of the day for you guys is, do you want Mega Evolutions in 2018? Kind of what are your thoughts? What would you like to see out of 2018?
So the thing about that is that brings up the question of like offense versus hyper offense. If we were to have Mega Evolutions, the format would be really hyper offensive. If we weren't, then the format would kind of sit on like what we are right now with like the inclusion of like Landorus and Heatran and stuff. Personally though, I would probably like to have Mega Evolutions because I think I haven't really experienced that in Generation 7, so I think it'd be really interesting.
All right, so we got a cool team here of Finny, Kartana, Arcanine, Hariyama, Mandibuzz, and Garchomp. This team also looks incredibly familiar. So in this situation, I do think the Ninetales has a little bit of viability, but we're going to be dealing with fake out pressure initially, so maybe that Lele lead makes a lot of sense here.
Yeah, that's right. The thing that's also kind of scary is that the Kartana does speed tie with the Ninetales, which is a bit iffy. So trying to work out what I'll do. I would definitely bring Ninetales to this game though. I think Ninetales Xurkitree can work here.
As a lead?
Nice. As a lead, perhaps. I think maybe you could go Ninetales Xurkitree and have Lele. You definitely need Lele in the back. And probably the Garchomp. I think the Garchomp's kind of nice.
All right, I dig it. Let's go with that. So we're gonna lead Ninetales, Xurkitree, Lele, and Garchomp in the back. We'll see how that goes. We'll hopefully be able to get this.
We're bringing ones that are kind of weak to the Kartana there, which is kind of troubling.
Maybe he'll be discouraged to bring it. Maybe he'll see the Arcanine and say, "Nah, I don't need Kartana." So.
Yeah. See, I kind of want to like see show off the Xurkitree a bit, so we'll see how it can go with this lead.
Let's see what he's gonna start the match with. He is gonna kick off with Hariyama, Tapu, Finny. So we could prevent the potential fake out pressure by maybe making a swap from Xurkitree into Lele and then setting Aurora Veil, and then giving Lele an opportunity to set up. But we're immediately also pressuring the Finny too, so he probably has to fake out the Xurkitree here, I would imagine. Or he thinks, or in his head, he's breaking Focus Sash, you know, on Ninetales.
Depends what we want to go for here. Like, do we think Aurora Veil is the best at the start? Like, you gotta think like the first thing I like to think of is like, how do I lose this turn? Like, do I want to take like a big attack here, or I think what would be a better play is probably just to switch into Lele and go for Aurora Veil, because worst case scenario you can disable the Finny next turn and you probably learn its item by its first attack. Like, you could go for a Calm Mind or something. But if it goes for Calm Mind, we do have Psyshock, which is
that's definitely nice
dealing with that.
I'm assuming that's why you decided over Psychic is opportunities like that for Calm Mind variants.
Yeah, and mostly for Snorlax, honestly.
So he's gonna go for Feint, but that's not gonna do anything. I'm surprised to see the Feint. He must have predicted the Protect there on something.
I think we're gonna see a double target into the Lele because he went for the Xurkitree, I'm pretty sure.
So here comes a Moonblast coming off into the Lele, but we know this thing is bulky. That's gotta be Specs, right?
Yeah, that's Specs.
Okay, so we have the opportunity to disable here, which is pretty sweet. We immediately threatened the Hariyama as well with Tapu Lele. So you could tell me what you... Oh, he's actually lefties, so that's just got to be modest offensive then with lefties or something.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell the damage calcs behind Aurora Veil.
So in this situation, we could potentially try to disable the Finny either way.
Yeah, I think disabling the Finny and perhaps going for like a Calm Mind or something would probably work.
Yeah, I like that because we're pretty bulky. We still have our berry, and Hariyama like is immediately kind of threatened. We'll see if he Muddy Waters or if he'll continue to Moonblast here, but we'll disable his Moonblast either way, which is nice. We kind of stop him from getting any special attack drops, which is quite nice.
We turn out to be faster than the Tapu Fini, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, so that'll help us. And he actually does go for the Muddy Water here, so let's just hope for no accuracy drops, I guess. And we'll see with this, whether he goes for like a knockoff or like a Poison Jab. He gets the accuracy drop on Ninetales, and on Lele. Okay. And he does go for the Poison Jab into the Ninetales slot, which, eat that up pretty good.
Yeah, I won't pick up anything. Although that, the Act Drop on the is kind of annoying.
Yeah. So... in this situation, we can choose to disable the Finny again, but you can't disable twice, I'm assuming, right? Never mind.
Nah, you can't disable twice. I think the best thing to do is probably switch out Ninetales.
Into Garchomp?
Either the Garchomp. Either's fine, honestly, at this point. And then just maybe target down the Hariyama. I'd probably switch into the Zerk. And then target down the Hariyama with Psyshock, just to get the KO on that one, so he has no fake out for later or anything like that. Because he's not really threatened too much by the Finny. You always have Xurkitree.
Psyshock or Moonblast? Because I don't remember what he has in the back. I'm leaning towards Moonblast though. On the Hariyama.
Yeah, Moonblast should pick up the KO on either things, but if you're gonna keep your terrain either way.
Oh, I see. So the terrain boost. Yeah, we're +1, so I don't think Hariyama's living. I just figured if he swapped out Hariyama, it would Moonblast would be better to hit something like a Kartana.
Yeah, hopefully you don't miss there. That would really suck.
All right, so we do connect. If we don't kill, then you can blame me. But I think a plus. Oh, you can blame me then. I should have Psyshocked, man. This is why he's the better player than I am.
Yeah, so he's AV. So another reason for Psyshock would be the better play there is because AV Hariyama is the thing, and plus Psyshock would have done more because of Psychic Terrain.
So he's gonna get the Poison Jab off, which he shouldn't have, but you can blame me.
That's fine.
And he did get a Calm Mind up with his Tapu Fini. So Xurkitree immediately threatens him here. We could probably go for that Tail Glow, and we are faster than Tapu Fini too. So
I kind of like So how much does the Hariyama have? It's gonna go down to Hail next turn. I do like perhaps Tail Glow and Psyshock into the Finny.
Okay, let's do that.
Might be a bit greedy there.
We'll take a look.
We'll see. Xurkitree should be moving first, and then Size Shock should be moving second.
Yeah, getting greedy with the setup moves, but we'll see what he ends up doing here. He's gonna actually switch out the Hariyama, so that ends up working out pretty well. He goes into Arcanine, so we don't really take any downside from that. Let's hope we hit this Size Shock though.
Yeah, hitting the Size Shock here is gonna be like really important.
I'm assuming, I guess we'll find out from Hale in a second how fast we missed. And he goes for the Muddy Water, and yeah, that's a bit of a bummer.
That miss really sucks.
And he gets another accuracy drop. And another one on the Lele. Oh my goodness.
This is awful.
Oh my goodness. This guy's his Muddy Waters are just top notch. So we do find that his Arcanine is going to be the fastest thing on the field, just based on hail damage. I know Xurkitree took hail first, didn't it?
Yeah, Xurkitree should be faster than Arcanine.
Okay, so we do have the opportunity. I'm assuming a +3 Tail Glow should be able to knock out the Arcanine if we wanted to go that route.
Yeah, we definitely want to take out the Arcanine before the Finny here. I think T-bolting into the Arcanine and trying to get a Size Shock off on the Finny would be the best play at this point, and just hoping that we don't miss.
Yeah, now we're -2 accuracy and -1 accuracy on Xurkitree, so this is...
If any Pokemon was going to protect here, it would be the Finny.
No, he actually protects Arcanine here.
Goes to protect.
So, let's see. He actually double protects here, so trying to stall out turns of Aurora Veil.
Yeah, it didn't make much sense for the Arcanine to protect, but if he was going for double, then that makes sense.
And we could just do the same play.
Yeah, I think the same play is pretty safe.
Alright, we do lose the terrain here, but...
So he gets his Moonblast back. But I'm thinking we should survive it. Do we? Well, actually, let me think. Maybe killing KOing the Finny here is a bit better, because he is +1.
He switched out. He went into Garchomp. I actually ended up already picking the moves, so...
Yeah,
he goes to the Extreme Speed into the Zerk, but with Aurora Veil, that's no big deal. And he's Life Orb. So hopefully we can hit some moves here.
Interesting.
Sweet. So we get rid of Arcanine there.
Which is nice.
And then we should hopefully get a nice little Size Shock off here on the Garchomp, and we miss. So yeah, so now Garchomp is going to be the fastest thing on the field. So we do have to be kind of cautious there. Here comes the Hariyama, which can threaten with Fake Out again too. So
I think he's going to go for Feint. He's not going to go for Fake Out. He's going to go for Feint and Earthquake.
So
which is kind of troubling. I think this is kind of hard. It might be best here to go for a Dazzling Gleam and a Moonblast into the Garchomp. I think Lele should be able to survive an Earthquake.
Alright, let's find out. We got really... Oh, he does go for the Fake Out into the Xurkitree slot.
Get the berry.
Yeah, that could be huge, actually. Let's see here. He's gonna go for the Ground EMZ, so will he target down the Xurkitree?
See, if he KOs Xurkitree here, it's actually not too bad as long as Moonblast connects. If Moonblast doesn't connect, then it's gonna be really troubling.
Yeah, we'll get to go into Ninetales, which is gonna be the fastest thing. He does go Xurkitree here, so we just gotta hit a -2 accuracy Moonblast. We've missed enough moves to hopefully hit this one.
Yeah, it'd be really awful if I think the game's lost if it misses.
And we hit it. All right. Well, and we're +1, so this should do a pretty good chunk, aka knock it out. See you later.
Yeah, should definitely knock it out.
Sweet. So Garchomp goes down. So kind of trying to play around some of these misses, and then we could probably just bring Ninetales back in.
Yeah, I think Ninetales is by far the best Pokemon to bring in here.
Yeah. So
Aurora Veil's gonna go down in a few turns. See, the extra 3 turns of Aurora Veil's really putting in work here.
Yeah, and we still have a full health Garchomp in the back, which can really pressure that Tapu Fini, because the Hariyama's going to go down to Hail here either way, so it's just a matter of taking care of that Tapu Fini now. So in this situation, what would you typically do with your Ninetales here? would you? I mean, you can ice you in to try to, like he does have the feint opportunity with his Hariyama still. So
yeah, that's right. So I'm thinking if I want to get my terrain back, so the only way I lose the game is if he Moonblast into the Lele, which switches into the Garchomp. That shouldn't KO because of Aura Veil. And you get your terrain back and you lower the speed with Icy Wind. So the win con here is using Icy Wind and switching it to Garchomp.
Okay. So
hopefully that made sense.
Yeah, no, it did.
Because
and
since you have the extra 2 turns of Aura Veil, the Garchomp's going to tank the Aura Veil.
Alright, so...
And then you can just ground UMZ.
He does go for the feint here into the Garchomp slot, which is going to kill him to Rough Skin, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
you have
that's right.
Sand Veil?
No, I don't have Sand Veil on this Garchomp.
Is feint not a contact move then? I don't know, that was weird.
I'm confused.
And he does go for the Moonblast into the Garchomp slot, but assuming no crits, yeah, we're in good shape. Gets that big special attack drop though.
That's big in this special Garchomp.
Fire Blast, man. Fire Blast, Draco Meteor. So,
the lefties here is honestly a little bit annoying, but it's not too bad.
Should we set Aurora Veil again and then ground EMZ?
No, I think you should disable the Moonblast. And then next turn, I think maybe like, I think disable and ground DMZ is the best play here. Just go all in.
Yeah, let's see. Well, at least we know he doesn't have a berry or anything, so we know he's rocking strictly the leftovers. And I would imagine that kind of the power between the Garchomp Earthquake here and then pressuring it, changing the terrain, and then pressuring it with Psyshock should hopefully do enough.
Because we use the Icy Wind, we have the Lele in the back, which is going to outspeed, and it's not going to miss this time. Which is really nice because we've reset the accuracy. I don't expect Ground EMZ to pick it up, but it's going to put it in range with the Lele for sure.
Sweet. So definitely some well-maneuvered turns there to kind of get around the accuracy drops that we received from Muddy Water, which really could have put us in a pretty tough spot otherwise. But, you know, just kind of, it was pretty interesting that, you know, the way you made the analysis of how we were going to go about winning this game for sure was actually switching into, and now we just win by just clicking Earthquake. But I was actually switching into Garchomp on a Moonblast just to ensure that Lele is still in the back to get the terrain control, and then knowing that Garchomp could easily live with the Aurora Veil still up, you know, making a big difference here. So
yeah, and the best part about that was it really stirred, because the hail stopped before Aurora Veil ended, and in that extra 3 turns we needed to tank the Moonblast with Garchomp, so it really showed how Light Clay was like really good on this team. And here, like, you know how to end this one, you'll be fine. Just click the best move in VGC, which is Rock Slide.
I actually went with Earthquake, but
yeah, it's safer. I actually think Ninetales will survive this.
Yeah, I set up the Aurora Veil, and then I mean, he could have protected potentially. We could have, you know, done some damage to our Ninetales.
Ninetales, hang on.
No, Ninetales, but neither can Finny. So we'll take a nice win there, man. Very rarely do I have guests on who go undefeated, so you get to go into that elite club of people, man. This is a lot of fun, Sam. Thank you so much, dude, for coming on the channel and you know, showing off your team, and just another congratulations to your amazing finish, man. Super impressive, and I definitely wish you the best of luck going to VGC 2018. Hopefully I get to meet you at an event.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, for sure.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, definitely, dude. And again, guys, I'll have the QR code team in the description below. Show them some love on Twitter. Give them a nice congratulations there and tell them you came from the video for the aDrive Army. That would be awesome. Sam, again, congratulations, man, and thank you for coming on the series. Awesome to have you, dude. And guys, thank you so much for watching. That's gonna be it for me, guys, for myself and Sam. 2nd place at Worlds 2017. Just incredible. Hit that like button down below, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.
See you guys.